Oh,
I grabbed it!
this is Leonard.
This is my porch!
You can't do that.
This is my porch!
Whatever.
Did you just really grab me like that?
I ain't even worried about
Welcome back, my PBM family. Welcome back. Another episode of Old School Cops presented by PBM. You got the two-man squad today. You got the OG, you got myself. You got many years of law enforcement experience from the street levels all the way up to the feds, from general court all the way up to the Supreme Court. We got a barrels and barrels of receipts showing outstanding police work. This particular video, I liked you guys send this one in. It was funny because it showed you what happens when an officer gets in his feelings. The most funniest part about it is he couldn't do a damn thing about her throwing a piece of paper on her own porch. It's private property. It's her porch. She has the right to do that, and she knew it. He didn't like the fact that she snatched it from him and then threw this shit right in front of him. But she had the home court advantage because it was on her property. It was in her stoop. Yo, I loved it. And he realized that after the second time she said it, it's my porch. It registered, and then you just see him walk away, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. I don't got time for this. You right, you ain't have time for this because you ain't have nothing. She got your ass. You can't be doing this job in your feelings. Stop policing in feelings. That was me. I'd have been like, it's your shit. You want to litter it, trash it up, and so be it. My job is done. You signed it. Here's your copy. You can't do this job policing in your feelings. And that's all I got to say about that video. But that one was funny. OG, what do you think about it?
Here's the question. Was that a ticket or was it just a piece of paper she snatched from him?
It looked like a summons.
Okay. So here's the deal. If she had already signed it, it don't matter.
Right.
So, but if she hadn't signed it and she threw it on the ground, then she'd be in handcuffs. Because anytime any misdemeanor, what is it called? Sign a ticket only. It's not admission of guilt. Only verifies your presence when the ticket is given. Please sign the ticket. And I had a school teacher one time said, but she says, "What if I don't sign it?" I said, "Ma'am, you can go to jail." I said, because it's a privilege to get the ticket. Technically speaking, when you violate a law, any law, even a misdemeanor law, we're supposed to arrest you. The ticket is in lieu of an arrest. And she looked at me. She drive a big old Cadillac, man. Big Cadillac. Ran 2 lights in front of me. And she said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I will take you to jail today, right now." She said, "Well, I'm going to sign it. I'll see you in court." I said, "I'll be looking forward to seeing you in court." I wrote her 2 tickets because she ran 2 red lights in front of me. She didn't show up. She paid them fines.
Nice.
But you got to be careful, man. You got to be direct with them because let me tell you something. Nothing's more embarrassing than having to lock somebody. I can't really say I've ever had to lock up anybody who did not want to receive the ticket. Almost all of them, and I was kind to them, even when they were wrong. I was kind, and not everybody got a ticket. Okay, let's be honest. I had a guy who was DUI one night, clearly drunk. He was across the street. When I stopped him, he was literally across the street, not even 100 yards from his condo in downtown Memphis. And I stopped him. Car was legitimately parked. I said, "Give me your keys." He gave me his keys. I put him in the car and locked the door. I said, "I hope you got a second set of keys. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be driving around here tonight. If I see this car move before I get off my shift, I'm coming to get you." Okay, 22 years old, drunk, hadn't hit nobody, hadn't torn the car. I made him park the car, and I gave him grace. I let him go home because I didn't want to mess up his life. I said, "Don't worry, because if you mess up again, next time I'm going to get you." Mm-hmm. "Yes, sir, officer. I really appreciate you, officer." So I watched him literally stagger across the street and go to his apartment. But he hadn't hurt anybody. He didn't run any red lights. He was just weaving the road. And that's, we have to realize we're human too. And sometimes you got to cut some slack. And that's one night I did. I cut some slack.
I was never a ticket guy. If I wrote a ticket, because I had no other choice. I couldn't stand tickets, bro. I think it was just a I could utilize my time doing something so much better. I couldn't stand tickets. I think 5 years later, I think I still have my original ticket book that I got out the academy, but I could not stand ticket books, bro. I really can't. Unless I stopped to, and that was my course for the stop. Then it led up to, you got guns and drugs. You got some real good shit in the after the initial stop. Yes, that was my PC. I had to write the ticket, but yeah, I just not. That just wasn't my thing. Dave, any questions? If not, you can go to the next video.
We had a comment from the last segment from our regular guest, well audience, Tawana Yvonne underscore glow. She said from the last segment, that was a disaster by sight, as you said. Both hands wasn't seen. Most likely there will be a scene. And she just added another comment for this segment. She said, "We need more like you, Joe and G, and OG. Excuse me."
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Well, notice a lot of them out there like us don't think that all cops are bad. There are a lot of good guys out there that mean well. The sad part is the negative stuff is what folks remember.